Bell Media Group. So the magazine's ideology. We have decided that the genre of the magazine will be indie. This is due to the fact of the sheer diversity and the increasing popularity of the genre. The ideology of the magazine is to give readers exclusive access to the latest news and information in the indie genre, whilst also providing the highest quality and content at an affordable price. Okay, so the demographics of the audience. From looking at statistics from the official Bell Media Advertising Press Pack, I have analysed that the typical Q reader is between the ages of 15 and 24. This is similar to that of Volume magazine, due to the fact that there are some features within the content, like profanities, that may not be appropriate for younger audiences. And also I looked at the other demographics, so their spending power, and I found out that 70% of the readers are in ABC1, which means they'll have a higher percentage of disposable income to spend on the magazine. Therefore, we have actually increased the price to £2.49. So how are we going to generate publicity? To guarantee we have a high level of competition with Q magazine, we include additional methods to generate extra readership. When promoting the magazine, we will create pages of interest on social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter. So here we have the example of our Twitter page. Currently we have 75 followers, and also we've had actually people directly contacting the magazine thinking that we can promote them, or by listening to their songs it will help them. So we've got 3 people who actually messaged us.
Okay.
Here we have an example of the puff promotions that we could use. These are the Q magazine ones. So the first one we have is the free content in the form of a CD. The second one is the free insert, and the third one, what we're going to look at here, is the simple puff promotion in the corner. You can't really see it that well, but it says only when you subscribe. So it means that when you can get the free content if you subscribe to the magazine, which will guarantee us a monthly basis of readers. And also, this is our example of what we're going to include in our magazine. Okay, so what's inside the magazine? The magazine will be released on a monthly basis, and each month we will feature a popular artist that will generate a star appeal for the front cover and double page spread. We will conduct an interview on the double page spread and also produce high quality images. So these are the first examples of our front cover ideas. We've got similar features that are similar to Q magazine, which includes having the logo in the top left hand corner, puff promotions, and keeping the artist in front of all the text so it can create star appeal again. Also, there's evidence of technical convergence will be in the bottom left or right hand corners by the barcode. And the double page spread ideas, the features that will be similar for these ones are by creating the interesting and eye-catching images. So you can see here that the 2 drafts actually have different layouts for the images, so one's on the right hand side and one's on the left hand side. We just wanted to see what one would look better when you're flicking through the magazine, and which would be the most eye-catching one for readers. This next one, so the double page spread interview, we need to make sure that when we're interviewing the artist, they know what they want to say, and we also want to guarantee that we have interesting content for the magazine. So the questions will be structured, open-ended, and also very informal. This means that when we generate a quote to put on our double page spread, we will be able to pick out a funny or interesting quote that will make the page more eye-catching and they will want to read it. So with the production team. So this is our job roles within the magazine. I've put it into 3 sections here. So you've got the editorial content team, the editorial design team, and business and publishing team. So this will help us see where we're actually losing our money on our team and how many people we need to generate the content. The next one is publicising those. How are we going to get these people to work for the magazine? I've created a mock-up from the Bell Media page, and it also has like the ideology of the magazine on there. We want to guarantee that we hire people with the same passion that we have about this magazine. There we go. And we've got also the estimated costs. So this is another area where we will lose money. Also, it will make our content better. So we've got the office space up in the top hand corner here. We've also got the software that we'll have to use, printing costs, and more software as well. Sources of income, advertising within the magazine. magazines, advertising, partnerships. And we found similar ones. We've got like festivals here, and also brands that are very universal, everyone knows them. And also looked at the advertising rates. For a full-page full-page spread, it's £10,000, and this is where we will make our most profit through advertorials and just general advertisements.
Good.
So this is the overall profit loss breakdown. We'll come back to this one after we've looked at them individually. So the first one is the office budget. This is where we are losing most of our money. So as we spoke about earlier, office space, equipment, printing, and employee yearly salary. For the 12-year editions, we are actually spending £27,000 on printing. And then the advertising, we are actually gaining £2 million profit just from advertising revenue. And magazine sales, we're only making a little bit of profit on this one. For the 12 issues, it's £37,000 a year. And there we go, then that's the overall. So with the profit and loss, we're actually making £1.5 million every year with the magazine. So the style of the magazine, we had to look at the different things that would attract the readers to the magazine. We wanted to make it individual, but also easy to read for a variety of people. So here we've got we need it to be easy to recognise. We want it, because it's a British magazine, we want British colours, so we chose the colour royal blue.
Good.
And this theme is consistent throughout the magazine. So it's through fonts and colours and headings and everything. So the fonts, we looked at a variety of fonts, and these are our test fonts here, and then the final chosen font there. We made sure that it was very easy to read for lots of people, and you'd be able to recognise it when you go through the shop and you see it on the magazine shelves. The next one was other fonts that are going to be used within the magazine. We also need to make sure these were all clear, and then also we've got all the usage as well, so that it's consistent throughout the magazine, and there's not too many fonts going on, so you can see what the content is saying. So this is our magazine flat plan. We've also made sure that when we put the double page spread in the magazine, it's not the first thing that the readers will see. We've made sure that when they're reading, it's actually halfway through the magazine. This is only half of the flat plan. We wanted to make it sure that it's halfway through the magazine, so when they're flicking through, they actually see all the rest of the content that we put in, not just the main interesting article.
Good idea.
Front cover image plans, we had to make sure that the location where we were taking the images was safe, there was no hazards, and also the equipment we were going to use, we used the camera, lighting, and then that's the location for the front cover. We needed to make sure it was professional and you could do it very clear and high standard. And for the double page spread, we wanted to make it more of a natural environment, but it was still very eye-catching, so there's a lot of green scenery and background, but the main focus would be on the artist. The interview draft, we drafted up the interview from with the artist, and we found interesting things that could capture the audience attention. So using laughs, which is in brackets there, could actually connote to the reader the style of the interview is informal. And the next thing also including other information about them. So it's got the records there. Budapest and Casio is actually previous records, which actually generates interest for the reader. So if they've never heard about this artist before, they can find out, research, and because of the magazine, it's all because of the magazine. So producing the magazine. So this is a pre-production planning. It's over a 2-week period, and the first week period is mainly planning things. And the second week is actually making these take place. So you've got planning the interview, contacting the artist, the dates when it's going to be released, and also creating copies and front cover and double page spread. The plan format and style, this is just the plan where we were going to take it, so in the photography studio and field near Kingswood. We also had to see what we needed, so lighting, costume, people, and also the permissions needed. That was one of the most important things. We needed written permission from the people and the artists to make sure everything was all right and we weren't crossing any legal boundaries. And then this is the final front cover. You can see that it's got some of the similar features to Q, so it's got the logo in the left-hand corner, the puff promotion there, which we saw earlier, cover lines, main headline, and also technical conversions there in the left-hand corner. And then also the double page spread. So you've got the interview with the artist, the main eye-catching image, and that's on the right-hand side of the page. So when you're flicking through, that'll be the first thing you see. And also the quote, the interesting quote above them. It's all structured out. And that's it. I highly appreciate your feedback. I'm going to through SurveyMonkey.